We are going to learn how to um, implement all the packages in a proper way in any Angular project so that it can run in a serverless environment flawlessly. So it is very essential that the Angular CLI version is 8.3.14. Our system has been managed as such that it is very essential that this version of Angular CLI exists in your computer. If the version is ahead of this version, then make sure to downgrade it before starting a new project through Angular CLI. In order to do so, you must uninstall your Angular CLI, clear the cache, and then install the specific version of Angular CLI in order to proceed with the structure and create your new project. So as you can see, already my system is compliant with 8.3.14 Angular CLI. So in the first place, what we are going to do is we are going to create a new project. This is my path where I wish to set up the new project, and of course the code being ng new. Let's call it new app. Yes, I do want routing. It will be in a CSS environment. And hence our project has been created, so we can get into that directory. Yeah. And we open it in Visual Code. Here it is. Now we need to go into the package.json file, and over here we can see different dependencies, and dev dependencies has been installed when we install the project itself. So we need to install a couple more dependencies, and before we can go ahead with configuring it with a serverless environment. So the first being the universal toolkit. In order to do so, we must go into the CLI. We should add ng toolkit universal. As you can see that many packages has been created and many has been updated. The list is given here. You can do your own research on which package is essential for what functioning. And over that, after that we will install our universal after installing the universal toolkit, we will install the serverless toolkit in our project. In order to do so, we would just type in ng-add serverless. Serverless package has also been installed. We can also see in the package.json file that surely our universal toolkit and serverless toolkit are both being installed. Over here we need to make sure that our TypeScript version is 3.5.3. This is very crucial for this system to work. And over that we need to go to the servers.ts file and make a small change over here. Over here, when we are we are exporting the express function, we just need to call it for default and save it. There is one more package that we need to install. It is called the serverless API compression. We can install it directly from npm, and once we do that, the installation of our packages will be complete. Okay, now the installation is finally complete. You can also see we have obtained the serverless.yml file, and we can also make changes over here. For instance, the region which I want to deploy my Lambda in, to deploy this project in, is US East 1, that is Virginia. And over here you can also mention the stage that you want to deploy it in production or development, that will be dev. And everything is complete. Now you can see from the package.json file that under the scripts, the build SSR script has already been added, so you can build it on a server-side rendering environment. So what we can do, we can try to build the app. And to build the app in a serverless environment in SSR, we would like to type in npm run build :SSR. And this would require a root permission. Project has been built. You can check out all the assets that has been created, pre-rendered.js, server.js, and all the ES5 bundles have also been created over here. And now we can go ahead and deploy it in Lambda. To do it in Lambda, we just need to type on SLS deploy. Please mind that deploying in this manner will take in the credentials that are set on default in your AWS credentials, right? So if you want to use another username, use another set of credentials to deploy your Lambda, usually in our company we use a function username called lambda all to deploy all our lambdas, so that the URL does not change. If the access key secret key changes on a deployment of a certain lambda, then the URL will also change. So in that place you can always write serverless deploy AWS profile and your profile name. You can easily Google it and you can go with it. But for now I'm deploying it with my default key, hence SLS deploy would suffice. Successfully deployed. This is the name or the URL of the endpoint. There is another video where you can learn how to point an endpoint to a domain name. You can check that out. And if you copy the lambda and paste it on a browser, we can see that the project has been already created. This is the new Angular project that we wanted to deploy in a Lambda serverless environment. And moreover, if you just like to deploy it in a local host and see if your project has been successfully built and in a position to deploy, you can always check it out by just typing npm run serve /SSR, and on localhost you can always mention the port number if you want. You can search it on the Google. It is quite easy. And even in localhost we can run it and see that our project is live, is running. This is in a localhost, this is in live. Thank you. More details will be provided in the description of this video. Please go through it.